are marching, marching, marching for our lives. We are marching, marching.
We have a huge crisis in this country for workers. We have increasing high-wage jobs and low-wage jobs and declining number of middle-class jobs. And then on top of those two problems, we have this crisis of wage theft, of workers not getting paid for all their hours.
Let's get on that.
I was part of a really religious family. We went to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night every week of the year.
Not everyone wanted to bow down to the gold statue.
The church really instilled sort of some core values in me that I feel like I'm trying to live out in my work today. I think it's really so integral to really not just our Christian traditions, but Jewish traditions, Muslim traditions, and others, that we care for our neighbor. Frankly, there's a lot of greed in the society right now. When you see the kind of just enormous wealth that some people have, and poverty wage jobs for others who are making that wealth, something's wrong in the society. I think most people believe that we need to have some sort of market, but I think the market that we have is not really free, and it is certainly not fair. If we claim to be a consumer society, we've got to pay wages that people can consume with, right? We have healthcare workers who can't afford healthcare for their families. We have daycare workers who cannot afford daycare for their kids, right? This is wrong.
We are one with the workers.
It takes all of us as consumers figuring out how do we support businesses that pay people well and fairly, and how do we shun businesses that have made a practice of taking advantage of workers. Our churches, our synagogues, our mosques have some key roles to play. They can encourage members of the congregation to talk about what does it mean to be a fair employer? What is an ethical business leader?
We will walk with the servers, cooks and housekeepers too.
We need to, as the congregation, to be good employers as well, which means we need to think about how do we pay the janitor and how do we pay the church musician, not just how do we pay the pastor or the rabbi. Our faith calls us to be involved in this work.
And they'll know we are faithful by our love, by our love. Yes, they'll know we are faithful by our love. We as patrons